All right, folks, how you doing? This is Brian with American Hobo 2. So, if you'll look on YouTube, I this has been a while now. This has been over a year, probably closer to a year and a half. I did American Hobo, and that was approximately 90 videos I did in a month, and I hitchhiked all the way from Phillipsburg, Kansas. Took 36 all the way to Marysville, Kansas. Took 77 up to Falls City, Nebraska City. Cut over the little small 2 to Shenandoah, Iowa. Took it all the way up. About a 500, 600 mile trip. Uh, it was fun, man. It was really decent. It was in the winter a couple years ago, pretty close. And shit, man. A lot's happened since then. I'll get into some other videos here. I'm just starting this channel again. And there's a reason why I'm doing it. I've had some other videos. I've just been deleting them, taking them to my cloud storage and my email because I'm going to write a book. I decided to write a book called Mr. Drifter and then another one called Gray Highways. And I've got I don't know, I did probably well over 3,500 videos, and I just want to have them as a chronological narrative. So when I do write my book, I can just sit down and watch these videos, and I know I can remember everything, the time frame. I can just sit down with a word processor or a typewriter or dictate it through Google text to speech, speech to text, and I can literally write a book like that. And that's why I'm doing it. It's just good to capture everything on video. Will there be pictures on it? There really doesn't need to be pictures. It's pretty self-explanatory. Um, in the event in the future I want to put all these back on YouTube, I can. Right now, there's a couple of them. Homeless Survival Techniques / Mr. Drifter. That's about 90 to 100 videos, about 100 videos. I did more over here recently. I don't want to get into too much detail. I'm kind of going the gray man deal. I'm just in Kansas. I have a job right now, a really good job. I'm making $20 an hour under the table cash. And I detail semi trucks, boats, motorhomes, cars, combines, tractors, you name it, I detail it. I can detail anything. Been detailing for quite a few years. I'm going to say I'm 56, 35 years at least. 32 to 35 years, give or take a year or two. Um, so I went out for a 2 mile walk today. I just enjoyed myself. Went down, got a couple beers at Love's, and I put my stereo headphones in, walked almost 3/4 of a mile, then walked back. It's beautiful. It's like 80, just in my t-shirt. And I made some cut-off shorts out of these crappy blue jeans. I just cut the legs off. They had holes in them. And I've got other pants, but these are my new work shorts, and I have another pair of work shorts and a couple of work t-shirts, and that's it. And I got my other good pants for wearing. And I tell you, things have been interesting for me. They really have. My boss is a really good guy. I have the key to my shop, or key to his shop. I can get in there anytime I want, 24/7. I work 7 days a week. Typically, I'll do 8, 10 hour days sometimes, but then he's gotten to where he owes me like 700, 800 to $900. He just goes down and gets the cash for me. It's cash. But typically, I rent motels. I'm living in a motel right now. I'm paying $250 a week, so it's $1,000 a month. All utilities paid. Very nice motel. It's got a couch to it. This is a fold-out bed. I got a king-size bed, microwave, refrigerator, crap load of stuff. Um, I got to go through a lot of gear. I'm going to go down to the bare gray man minimalist, and I'm going to downsize completely because I want to and because I have to, because I've got a 350-pound pack, and there'll be more videos on this later. And I've just learned a lot of things. I've been in this town about 3 months. I've lived in one Super 8 motel. That was $300 a week, $1,200 a month. Right next door to Dollar General, Walmart, everything was right there. I could just walk out my door and walk about 2 or 3 blocks, and anything I needed. Well, this time I'm about 2 miles from the highway, I-70. I'm not divulging the information. There's a lot of canvas towns that are just right off 70. But it's a nice little college town. It's cool. It could be anywhere from Kansas City all the way to frickin' Denver. Pretty close, you know. But my name's Brian, man. And I do a lot of things just kind of gray man now, like my email. I don't put my first name and my last name and everything. I kind of typically use my middle name. My brother's dead. I use his middle name. So kind of like I got, my channel's Thomas Wayne. That's my middle name, but I just go by Brian because my real name is Brian Thomas, but my last name's irrelevant at this point. Um, Seen a lot of things, and I'll be doing more and more videos on a lot of different things. They're going to start getting more interesting. Pretty soon here, this work's going to run out. And I wanted to downsize. I have a $400 4-pound tent, Special Forces military tent's an Army tent. Really nice one. You can't get it for anywhere online for under 380. That 380 bucks plus, that's what you're going to get. It's a freedom shelter, 6-in-1 multi-purpose shelter, a one-man tent, fully enclosed. It's a body bag. It's a poncho. It's a sitting shelter. It's a tarp. It's made for like a transport sick people. It can be made into like a whatever, and it's just a really nice tent. I'm not getting rid of that. I wanted to try to go to different options, send that somewhere where I'm going to be, and go with just like a little emergency shelter. But most of these emergency shelters, unless you get them in a camo, which is what you want to do, or a camo tarp. But I'd rather, they're basically but they're like a tube tent. They have a floor and everything. The problem with them is that you have an open end on each end, and I don't like that. So if it depends where the wind goes and wherever you're at, it can just go wham, blast in on you, and I don't like that. I like a fully enclosed apparatus. So I'll stick with my tent. The 4 pounds is worth it. Now my sleeping bag, on the other hand, that's about a 4-pound Marmot 20-degree bag. And I have a cocoon silk liner that's about $90, $89, $100. You can slide up in that and get into your sleeping bag, and you can get down to like about 0 degrees, literally. And I need to go with a summer bag. They have a Stealth Angel makes one that costs $39. They're really nice. They weigh about 1 pound. They're just a little small. They're really super nice though. Man, this Coors Light tastes good today, and I'm glad I'm drinking it. Man, it's a beautiful day out. I just wanted to kick back today and relax. Go out for a walk. I've been eating really healthy. We'll get into more on that. I've been like eating 2 meals a day, super healthy stuff. No meat. Been kind of eliminating meat out of my diet for right now. And I'm trying to drop about 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I'm kind of a heavy set guy. I'm about 5'9", weigh about 235, 240. Pretty good shape. I would say I'm in pretty darn good shape. I can, I work all day long up and down ladders. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. Whatever. Enough on that, all that machismo. But what I wanted to say is that I'm a prepper, and I've been hitchhiking all across this United States, all over the place. And I've been homeless for a number of years, man, and not by choice, just by circumstances. And I made the wrong decisions on trusting people. I trusted some gals, I was with them, and I'm not saying anything bad about women. I love women. I mean, my God, who don't? But I just got with the wrong ones, and they appeared to be one way, and they turned out to be the exact opposite way. And helped them out, stay with them, had a full-time job. Anywhere I go, I'm working, I'm doing something. I have a little window cleaning business. I'll get more into that. Right now, I just wanted to do this video, and for what I'm doing right now, I just had some free time. So I've got about 3 knives. What I do, I've got my basic. This is kind of like my basic survival weapon. It's a cheapie. It's about $15 at Walmart, but I really like it. It comes with this right here, and 20 feet of paracord. That is the handle. I wouldn't take that off because and I don't care the quality of paracord. I really don't, because it's all the same basically. It's got the strands in it, unless you get the military spec stuff where you got the copper wire in it. You can use a snare stuff, but you can literally use dental floss for snare if you know how to use it right. I'm not into all that right now. I don't need to be into that either. But this is a good little knife. It's semi-serrated, so it's not a true serrated. Okay, you got that. That's the serrated thing. Then if you flip it over, it's totally flat. So it's only true serrated on one edge, and that's cool. So I could sharpen it on the non-serrated edge, and that'll give that serrated edge a really nice. And it's a nice knife. I'm going to say probably uh, about a 6-inch blade. It's got a nice point on it. I don't know the quality as far as outright quality. I don't think it's 440 stainless. It may be. It's an Ozark Trail. It's one of their decent knives. So what I did here recently is what I do when I sharpen a knife. I could use the honing oil. I don't. I just spit on it. And I bought a Smith's honing stone, which is really good. I only paid like $10 at Orchelin's. It's an Orchelin's store. And what I do is I just sit here and I like to kind of like and just sharpen this sucker, man. Sharpen it right up, you know. And it'll generate, you know, it'll take the carbon off this metal here, and you just kind of do it at a 20-degree angle, you know, and you just get it, and it'll if you just do it for a while, keep doing it. That's why I like to do these videos when I'm, you know, doing this. I wanted to do this video here, and it's already. You know, it's already getting nasty stuff on it. So I'm really trying to get this blade where it'll cut a piece of paper, no problem. And I mean, if I buy a tomato or an avocado or something in the store, or a head of lettuce, I can just cut pieces off, no problem. You know, you don't want to do it with a butter knife, you know. But yeah, I've been eating really healthy. I eat super healthy. I eat very cheap too. It doesn't cost a lot to eat. I can eat off $2 to $3 a day. No, I can eat off $2-3 a day, and I mean I'm eating healthy. Well, a little bit more now. See, 1, 2. Well, today, $3 today is what it cost me to eat all day today. I ate some a yogurt, which was 32 cents, Walmart yogurt, really good, and I put a big handful, which I'd say a quarter cup of whole cashews, lightly salted. That's all I ate, and then today I ate a ramen noodle soup. I never put the the packets in, the salt packets, never. I'll get a little pack of Velveeta cheese, put it in, preferably jalapeno if they got it, or the original, that's cool. And I'll put half a pack in with that, and I'll buy this Margaret Holmes, they're $1, seasoned field peas and snaps. Man, are they good. It says heart health. They're really good, man. I mean, they're just unbelievably good. They're seasoned. Put that in with the cheese and the ramen noodles. That's a meal. I mean, complete protein. I mean, that fills you right up. That is a meal for the night. I don't need to eat anything else tonight. Nothing. And I've got some calories from the 2 or 3 beers that I'll drink tonight, you know. I got to relax somehow, you know. I mean, I can relax. I'm just saying. I mean, I like to relax. It's a nice day. I've got my music going and stuff. And so I just like to try it out. I'm just trying to get these knives sharpened up really good. This is a decent little knife. I like it. And sometimes I like to do it dry. But you can see, as you can see here, you clean this stone off. I mean, it's taking the carbon off. It's taking metal particles off, you know. So sometimes it's better to do it dry, you know. And it really gets a nice little edge to it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get this knife where it's really got a nice little edge to it. And then when I get it dry, I kind of get a lot of it off, and I just kind of towards me, you know. Then the other go against that. Don't hit the serrated part, but hit the other part, just the top part of it from here up. And just kind of at a 20-degree thing there, and just do that. And it really does a good job. It'll really sharpen a knife up the way you want. And you can get a good edge on it. And that's what you want. You want a knife with a decent edge that'll, you know, if you need to defend yourself. And this is a good little knife. I'll tell you what, I could go spend $50-$60 on it. I don't need it. I really don't need all that high-tech stuff. This is good enough. This will take care of business. I mean, any knife will defend yourself against a dog, you know, if you have to defend yourself against a person. This is more than adequate. It really is. It's a really good knife. I like it. It really is. And you don't got to get crazy, you know. All you got to do is just kind of, you really don't got to do too much with this. I don't want to get it like, you know, I just want to get a nice little edge on it. You know, that's it, pretty much. At that 20 degree. You don't do anything more than that, about 20 degrees. And this sucker here, I'll tell you what, it'll really do good. Okay. So what I do usually is, hell, I'll just take a little beer here. Clean that crap off the knife. I've got some other beer is like good astringent. And it cleans the knife. You don't need to wash it, just the alcohol and the beer do it. It's a good little knife here. I mean, literally, this thing here, it's getting to the point where I can just go like this with a piece of paper. Look at that. I mean, literally, really, it'll cut a piece of paper. Okay, hold on a second. Look at that. Look at this. It'll cut a piece of paper. That's pretty darn good. Literally, it'll cut a piece of paper. Look at that. It's got a good edge to it. That's it. I don't need to get crazy. I just want to pull it out and kind of get a nice little edge to it. No, it's got a good edge to it. That's a good little edge. I mean, I could do some stuff with this, okay? And it's ergonomically friendly with your hand there, so it's really ergonomically friendly. And, you know, if you get, and I wanted to get into a few things here. I hitchhike, okay? If you're hitchhiking, you want to have something. I've hitchhiked several miles out of town where I'm just like on the very edge of town, about 2 or 3 miles from town. I'm out there. And I'm in Kansas. I don't have to worry about bears or stuff like that. But what you have to worry about, you don't really got to worry about cougar. They're out here, but if you run into one, you run into one, okay? This will suffice. If I need to take care of myself, cougar runs up on me, that cougar is going to die. I'm going to tell you right now, it'll run up on me. I'm going to have it. I'm going to go right for the neck, skull, eyes, headshot. And I've got an added bonus, too, which a lot of people don't have. Okay, and I'm going to show you that. I have 2 of these. I bought 2 of these. 1 stone a package. But, okay, what I'm trying to say is when you're hitchhiking, you're taking your life in your own hands. You really are. Okay, you're hitchhiking, you don't know who's going to pick you up. I've had the greatest luck on stuff. I really have. The best luck you can ever probably have in a million years, okay? And met the nicest people. I've been all over the country, man. I did some really beautiful routes along the Great Lakes and really nice. Well, anyway, so get back to the knife. You know, you can get it, it grips. You got the paracord here so it grips into your hand. You can do upward thrust. You can take it around. You can do downward jabs, and you got 6 inches of metal going into something. It's got a nice edge. It's going in. It's going in. It's going in. Okay. And a dog animal, I can dispatch an animal. If an animal runs up on me, I will dispatch it. And one of the first things I'll do is I'll use this. I got this military law enforcement Saber Red. Okay. And it's not hard to use. To deploy this, you just flip it back. Wham, wham. It's got 25 1-second bursts to it. It's maximum strength. It will mess a person up. If you spray it like across the face and eyes, tell you what, man, you got an advantage there. Now, if they're trying to hurt you or something like that, man, bring it on, man. You know, you can literally do some damage. You can switch your grip up, you know, wham, wham. I mean, you can do some maximum damage if in a survival situation. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying, if you need to take care of yourself, this little weapon here will more than adequately do it. And it comes with a little scabbard here. It's not much, but it's got a plastic enclosed one, so you're not going to rip everything out. Sits right in there. I'm very careful. It's got a little Velcro thing here. You know, if the Velcro thing ever wears out, sometimes they tend to come off. You just take super glue and super glue it up. You can buy little Velcro stuff. It's got a belt thing that goes on your belt. Really nice little knife. I mean, you can get to it quick. Just flip it off, wham, you got it. You know, nice little survival, all utility weapon. It's a super high quality. No, it's good enough. It's good enough for me for $12. I love it. Okay. I just got done sharpening that. I got that good. So then I got another one. This is a little It's not made in China, by the way. This is actually made in the USA. It came with a survival kit I bought. It was actually assembled in the USA. I'll get more into that later. It's a survival kit with medical kit and some other few little survival stuff. This has got a good edge on it, but there again, I will, work on it a little bit. It doesn't need much. It's always been, I've kept a good edge to it. It's a good little solid knife. It's got some multi-functions to it. It's already got a good edge. I just like to, today I was just trying to, while I was doing this video, trying to just get a little bit more better edge. I like to keep my stuff, man, where they're nice, This is another little lockback, nice one. Really like this. This has got a good edge too. It's cut paper too. Approximately 2.5-inch blade. Kind of a, I don't know, spec ops combat type of deal. Basically, you just take it, flips it up like that. If you need to deploy it, you just kind of, there it is. It's ready to go. Drop of a hat. What's nice about this knife it's got a little wire cutter in it. No blade, so I cut paracord, wire, whatever. It'll just take it in there, it'll cut it. It's pretty sharp. It has a attached belt clip. Nice little, you can put it in your pocket on the outside. That goes on your pocket, so it'll stay there, or your belt, whichever you elect to do. Very little decent knife here. Not a bad knife. And I have a series of little Allen wrenches, which I'll get more detail to. So if you really look at these close, I can tighten everything up. It's ergonomically friendly too. I mean, this is another ergonomically, your knuckles, your grip, you can really do this either way. And you really have a nice formidable little weapon with a really nice point. Doesn't have a blood groove, but doesn't matter. And lastly, one of the most important things that I thought on this knife here, if you're in a situation, I mean, I've kind of thought about different scenarios if by chance myself or somebody ran into that. And you got to think about this too. If you're hitchhiking, there's a lot of things that can happen. You might get a crazy driver that drives too fast. I've gotten rides by a few people that they were driving 80, 90 miles an hour trying to get where they're going. They're doing passing and stuff. You might find yourself in an accident, a rollover, something. Whatever the case may be, you might find yourself off the road where the car might start on fire, or it rolls over and it goes back on top and you can't get out. The door mechanisms are messed up. You can't get out. You can't start it. It's screwed. You're locked in there. Okay? And you need to get out of that vehicle, and it may be leaking gas and it may explode at some point. Well, here's something cool about this. It comes with a little, I don't know, it's very hard. It's a diamond tip little window breaker. And basically you can just bust out windows with it. You just take it like that, hit it right under, and it'll just bust windows out. Bap, bap, bap. Man, bust a window out instead of using your fist or something like that. You just take this thing and just bust a window out, man. Then finish it off with your couple kicks or whatever. Take a sweat hood, wrap your hand up, elbow it out. Whatever you got to do. Get out of the vehicle, exit it. Okay? Same if you're camping out somewhere, a dilapidated building, for whatever reason you find yourself in where you need to get out and you can't get out of a vehicle or a dwelling. Or if you need to get into a dwelling, it's the middle of winter time, you're freezing to death, and you just need to bust a window out, get into an abandoned building or something. You need to get in there and just say, hey, screw it, bap, bap, you're good to go. Anyway, so enough on these, but then I've got another one. It's an olive drab green military knife. This is actually a military knife. It's an army knife. And it's about 30, 40 bucks. This here was like, I don't know, these will go for like 10. But it's the same exact style, except it's bigger. It's got about another 1.5-inch blade. So I got 3 knives at my disposal, plus my CS gas. I've got another one of these. This is Saber Red. This is, like I said, #1 law enforcement maximum strength pepper spray. Will it take care of business if you need it to take care of business? Absolutely. Does it give you a total upper advantage beyond belief? Yes, it does. It gives you so much of an upper advantage in a threatening situation, life-threatening situation, where you got somebody that's going to come upon you, try to abduct you, kidnap you, um, hurt you in any kind of way, assault you, rob you, what may happen, whatever. Um, you will be able to just deploy this. There you go. Seriously, this is COVID-19, so if you get a ride, you got a mask on. Somebody, wham, wham, a couple times. I'm just saying, wham, 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 wham. How you doing? 2 shots. Have a good day. You can exit the vehicle. He's not a threat unless he's got a firearm and capture or something like that. But I highly doubt that. Very good thing there. You never know who you're going to run into. You're going to run into people who are just completely flighty, absolutely insane and crazy. There's a guy that runs a channel called Sensible Prepper. Totally awesome. Everything he does, there's not a video that he does that doesn't make sense and tells it like it is. The guy is like older guy. He's probably a few years older than me. Totally awesome. Please like and subscribe to his channel. If there's families into that and everything, he's just awesome. He does so many videos on different gimmicks and little apparatuses and little gizmos and kind of stuff like that. Mr. Gizmo type stuff. It's really I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of a pack rat. I've got a lot of different things I do carry, and they're just little miniature tool sets and stuff like that. They're not heavyweight, but they're worth their weight in gold. Just little miscellany, minuscule little things that you wouldn't think that you need, but in a time of need, you're going to frickin' need it. And when you need it, you're going to say, God, I'm glad I got it. So, but he's got some good channels. Watch him. There's other ones too. The Green Bearded Green Beret, and also Brian Knoll. He's a homeless guy, but he's got thousands of videos. Totally awesome. Corporal Kelly, former Marine, not ex-Marine, former Marine. He's just he's beyond totally awesome and phenomenal. Gray Bearded Green Beret, he runs his own Special Forces school up somewhere in the mid-east, middle, back east, upper mid-east, up there, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, around that area there, upstate New York, Catskills, something like that. He's got a Pathfinder school. You can go in there. You can actually take courses on different stuff, basic first aid, and they're all ex-military. They're all Green Berets, Army Rangers, Spec Ops, stuff like that. Navy personnel, you name it. They all do that kind of stuff, and they're really awesome what they do. And you can just take these courses, man, and they're just like, if you want to learn some stuff, military or non-military, whatever you want to do, elect to do. You have Cody Lundeen, that with David Castleberry, they did dual survival. He's out in Prescott, Arizona. Totally awesome guy, beyond belief. He's never wore shoes in I don't know how many years, going on 30 years. That was my favorite show. Joe Teddy, David Castleberry. There's a couple other guys that were newer guys, but they're just totally phenomenal. You got Survival Theory. Oh, that guy's these are some people, man, that I'm mentioning that are just totally awesome. Steve Wallace, he does stealth camping, specialized stealth camping in different scenarios, different locations. I think he's Canadian. I've seen some of the videos he's did. If you look at minus 35 below U-Haul stealth camping and watch his videos, you will be shocked. These guys are good people, man. I'm not on here to get money. I'm not on here to, get thousands of views. I'm just doing this, man, because I want to do it. And I'm doing it to document the book I'm going to write. See, I can go through a word processor and literally decimate all this information I did online, and I can write a book out of it. I wanted to write Gray Highways, and Mr. Drifter. And I'm going to do that. The experiences I've did and everything, the things I've been through. So I'm going to let you go on this. This is approaching about 30-minute video, longer video than I thought. But I wanted to mention some stuff. So I'm the Wandering Vagabond, but I'm doing this American Hobo 2. Okay? So look at my channel there. You'll see American Hobo and then part 1, and you can just go part 1, part 2, part 3, all the way up to part 90. They're pretty interesting. They're pretty cool. Survival. I hitchhiked all over. I shoveled snow. I didn't hit up churches. I wasn't panhandling. I was able to, anywhere I go, I get the hiccups from them damn beans I ate, not the beer. Just anywhere I go, I find work. I'm able to get into a motel. I'm kind of a multi-handyman, very talented. I don't rely on any government aid at all. I don't want to stimulate. I don't need it. I'm making $20 an hour right now. I am. And I always got cash on me. I pay cash for everything I do. I keep like, I don't know, several of these, a wad of these in there. They're $50 bills. So, I make $500, $600, $800 a week cash. $20 an hour, specialized detailer. I detail heavy equipment, all vehicles. I'm down for my action. And I'll do some videos of the shop I'm in and some of the things I've did. And we'll do that later on. But right now I just wanted to do this, and then I'll be doing another video. I wanted to explain a few things as a prerequisite to starting this channel, kind of give you a little history. But please like and subscribe to the people that I've mentioned, okay? And support them in anything they do. Anything they sell, any links they got, Amazon. A lot of them are Facebook influencers, Amazon affiliates, you name it. They offer products, links. Click on all their links. Fully watch all their videos. Support them in anything they do. They're on Instagram, Patreon, you name it. All the social media sites, and you can gain a bunch of knowledge, especially Sensible Prepper. Sensible Prepper is just like, I can't begin to tell you how awesome these videos. I've watched every one of his videos, and I'm gonna tell you something. I am just like shocked as how smart this guy is. And he's got 10 things you don't want to do before shit hits the fan. Okay, SHTF before SHTF before shit hits the fan, and it's gonna hit the fan. If you're thinking it's not, think again. And I'm not a pro-Trump guy. I'm not a pro-Biden guy. I'm not a pro-any politician. I'm an anti-politician person. I care less about any of them. I really could. They lie. They say they're going to do this. They do 5% of what they're going to say. Bottom line, I don't care. They've always got a hidden agenda. It's all based on total wealth, greed, power, big money. They could care less about the working man, senior citizens, veterans that risk their lives for this country. They could care less about them. They'll say whatever they got to do. They're involved in all kinds of different things.